Tormented demons are level 450 and they reside in the Walgothic Sleep Chamber. You would have fought 2 of them during the quest itself. They use magic, melee, range, and area-based magic attack, but your defense level doesn't matter against them. The stats you're going to need are around my stats for this medium level solo. I'm all level 115. Your summoning doesn't have to be as high as mine, but 79 is helpful for the Titans. Defense also doesn't have to be as high as mine because it doesn't matter as much there, but you want high range, high strength, high magic for the defense, and 70 prayer. HP is also very useful to tank their hits. For this video, I'm going to be using Void. What you can also use is Carols or Dragonhide for the ranged accuracy as well as the magic defense, though it doesn't really matter. Void, in my opinion, is the best, even though it's a bit harder to switch between the different styles. Melee 1. Melee 2. Range 1. Range 2. Range 3. Melee 3. Melee 4. Melee 5. So I'm just going to pick out my Void now. I have Elite Void. You guys can probably get by with regular Void, but you might need to bring extra prayer potions. For the weapon, if you don't have a God Sword, borrow one. It's like the mandatory weapon here, unless you have Chaotix or yeah, pretty much. If you don't have Chaotix, then you're gonna want to borrow a God Sword or buy a God Sword. Whip and DFS or Defender just doesn't cut it. I use a Bandos God Sword mainly because I can't afford an Armadil one, and Zamorak and Saradomin suck. For bolts, I use Rune bolts. You can use Diamond if you want. Rune hits higher, Diamond hits more often. I use a Rune crossbow. If you have a Chaotic, by all means use it. But this is for medium levels, so I'm gonna assume that you only have what I have or less. So I'm just gonna wear this stuff. Always have the range equipped first because they're always praying against melee. Oh, why did I deposit that? They always pray against melee when you first get to them. You can also use a hand cannon, but it's slow, and if it breaks, you're screwed, and you have to telly. I use a Soul Wars cape over a fire cape, mainly because I don't have a fire cape. Well, actually, no. I would use a Soul Wars cape even if I did have a fire cape because it has the 12 prayer bonus, and like I said earlier, you usually run out of prayer before you run out of food. For your first trip, you might want to wear a Ring of Life, but I use a Ring of Wealth because I believe in it. It also has a telly. Not that I bring my own tellies, but it has a telly as well. For boots, you don't want to have you want to have strength bonus boots, not like snakeskin. If you don't have dragon boots, why are you watching this video? The thing about Tormented demons is that they have a fire shield that you're going to need to take down. The only thing that can take down a Tormented demon's fire shield is Dark Light. Dark Light is the upgraded version of Silverlight, and you have to have... Well, since you guys are watching this video, that means you finished Walgothic Sleep, so you'll know what this is. You're going to have to hit it successfully once and do at least 1 damage with it on its fire shield for it to get rid of its fire shield. The fire shield takes away 75% of any damage you would normally do, so it's very, very useful for you to bring a Dark Light. Another thing is to get there, you're going to need a Sapphire Lantern. You don't want to bring a shield because you're going to be switching to a God Sword, which is 2-handed. For the amulet, I would borrow a Fury if you don't have one, or buy one, but other than that, just use a Glory. For your potions, I bring Extreme Attack, Extreme Strength, though I'm running low on these, so I'm just going to take a regular strength for now. And you guys probably won't have extremes since you're medium level. But if you have them, by all means use them. And if you have overloads, I can't really show you how to use overloads because I don't have them myself. But if you have overloads, then again, while you're watching this video, you should go watch a high level one. You don't really need a defense potion. I bring a Cerebrew. Oh, sorry, you need a ranging potion. I also bring a Cerebrew, just so it makes my inventory even. I like having a clean inventory. Cerebrew gives you that HP boost, and I bring a super restore with that. Just have that there. If you plan on staying for a lot of trips, bring a second set. I'm going to do that right now. I only bring 1 Cerebrew though, because again, I like my neat inventory. For a beast of burden, if you have a war tortoise, use it. If you have a yak, use that. After your war tortoise runs out, you can either use a unicorn or a bunyip. Bunyips barely, they may increase your trip by half a kill at most. I use a titan. For food, I use sharks, and yeah, just sharks. You don't really need anything else. It doesn't really matter to have your a beast of burden set up properly, because you won't really be withdrawing from your beast of burden during a kill, and you usually are in a safe spot when you're using your beast of burden, so you don't have to worry about setting up so like when you withdraw it, you get food or restores or whatnot. Just have whatever in it. You want to have a lot of prayer potions, because you're going to be praying the entire time unless you want to take huge damage, or you have soul split, in which case you'll be praying anyways because soul split's prayer. I bring 6 prayer potions, home teleport tabs, 5 of them just because, I don't know, and then fill the rest of the inventory with food. For your quick prayers, if you have curses, have mage. I use protect item because I'm scared. And just have mage and protect item as your quick prayers. Hey guys, these are just some clips of me killing some TDs, and I'll be telling you how to lure and kill them effectively. TDs always pray against one style of attack, the one that they're taking the most damage from. That means you're going to have to be switching their attack styles, prayers, and weapons. I'm using range and melee, and that's the most effective way to kill them. You can also use magic, and it's powerful. However, it's expensive, and it's not worth it. When you're switching weapons on regular prayers, it's most effective to switch your Eagle Eye as well as Piety, or if you have it, Rigor and Piety. If you're on curses, just use Turmoil. You also have to change your prayers in accordance to the Tormented Demon's attacks. They use 4 different types of attacks, and 3 of them are prayable against. The magic attack is a flaming ball thrown towards you, like a very small version of Jad's attack. The range attack is a dart thrown from their left shoulder over their arm. You have time to switch prayers when you see it rear its head back and roar. That's when you know you have to change to a different style. You always want to keep your life points above 500 because they can easily use their 4th attack, an area-based mage attack, as well as their other attack at the same time and hit you for 500 damage. When you first start fighting a TD, it has a fire shield as well as prey melee on. Therefore, you have to range it to get rid of its prey melee and then use dark light to get rid of its fire shield. You're going to be doing most of your damage with melee, so make sure to get your melee switches timed better. You're not going to be using much food during a kill unless you're very, very bad at prayer switching. As you can see during this video, I get a few bad prayer switches and I lose a bit of health. In that last kill, you saw me get a couple diamond drops. Those are the drops that pay for most of your expenses. The rest of the drops are worthless and either not worth picking up or almost useless to pick up. When your Beast of Burden runs out, like I do, summon a Fire Titan familiar or another healing familiar. This will greatly increase your trips because it increases your defense level as well as your HP. In that clip right there, you saw that the TD got stuck behind the other rock and I had to lure it back to where I was. What I did was run behind the far pillar on the platform so the TD can't see me. Then it comes to look for me, and once it gets past the part where it's stuck at, I run back and I'll get caught in the small spot that it is right now. The place you always want to get to the TDs is right there or left of my character, because when it's here, the other TDs can't interfere with your fighting. When you want to lure a TD, you wear range armor and range equipment and pray mage and stand between the rock and the light source. When you see the TD spawn, click it and run behind the rock as I do there. This will drag the TD towards you and prevent the other TDs from attacking. When it first changes its prayer to range and you got rid of the fire shield, when it has high health, you want to try specking with your Bando's Godsword. That will reduce its defense and make the kill a bit faster. You don't have to worry about having your Beast of Burden having the perfect inventory setup, like 4 sharks or 2 prayer potions followed by 4 more sharks, because when you withdraw from your Beast of Burden, it's usually behind the rock, so you don't have to worry about that. As you see in this clip, I get a few shark drops, which allows me to stay a lot longer than normal if I didn't get them. I had so many sharks that I even left one on the ground. In some cases, a TD kill might go bad, and you might get a second TD on you. What you want to do now is either, if you're good at luring, you can lure the second TD away back to the spot it originally was at. But if things go wrong, you might want to just run behind the rock and log out and switch worlds.
Yes! Oh my god!